Hi and welcome to Rowbury Knits. My name is Keita and I live in Gavin and Stacey land with my husband Dan. So today got lots in the bit section and I have got a couple of FOs and some whips, and I want to make a start on not a new craft to me, but new to my channel. But I'll talk about that in the bit section because it's not yarny. So anyway, what's occurring? I'm going to start off with what I'm wearing today, and this is a monster of a story. So this is fully enabled by Mandy from Mouse's Makes. Thank you, Mandy. You showed this pattern ages ago and I fell in love with it, so I had to buy it straight away, which I did. And then my son, so this was back last year, yeah. And then in December, my son gave me money, and I bought the yarn from Wool Warehouse. So it's Yarn Smith's Merino Decay, surprise, surprise, in the gunmetal grey colourway and the rose pink. The pattern, sorry, my setup isn't brilliant today. The pattern is the Sirdar country style. This is the cardigan version, and it's 9438, a very famous pattern. Mandy uses it a lot for the measurements and things, so I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go. And here's where my story starts. So in May, we drove to Benidorm, which seems like a weird thing to start a knitting story, but there we go. We drove to Benidorm because I don't want to fly anymore, and we had a lovely time. It was amazing, and I took this with me. I had finished it actually. I'd finished all the knitting, but I hadn't sewn it. So I thought, right, I'll take it and sew it while I was there, which I did. I always knew that raglan sleeves don't really suit me, so I much prefer drop shoulder, but I'd done it in the raglan style, sewed it all up, went in the mirror. All right, I did have pajamas on, but looked in the mirror and thought, I absolutely hate this with a passion. Absolutely hate it. Need to get rid of it, either frog it all and do something else, or take back all the measurements for all the parts for the raglan and do as a drop shoulder, which is exactly what I've done. Tried it on, loved it. Done it sort of to measurements, but made my own up as I went along, and I've got a little thing there coming apart. I need to sew that in. And loved it. The only thing I found with it is that I thought I was going to run out of yarns and I didn't want to buy any more, because as you can imagine, because I'm bigger, costs quite a lot of money. Even though it's Yarn Smiths, it, you know, for a cardigan it worked out like 50 some pounds. So what I did, I found a bit more yarn and I added more to the rib, took the rib back and added more to the rib there, grafted it on. Not a brilliant job, but there we go. But I have found that this does pill quite a bit, but I've worn it to death and I haven't washed it other than soaking and blocking. I haven't washed it since then and I've worn it to death. It is so warm. I can't get over how warm it is, and I absolutely love it to death. Didn't put any more colour work on the sleeves, as you can see, but I did add a little pink touch around there, and then the colour work going around. So because I made so many amendments, I would like to make this again. So yeah, I might do another one, different colours. But it is so warm. It is, oh, this wool is lovely. I'm a bit thing about the pilling, but you know, get a lint brush or whatever, lint comb, and get rid of that. But as is for me, that's fine. Looks like it's well worn, and it is well worn. So yeah, it worked out fantastic. Because it worked out well, you can't really go wrong with a drop shoulder, can you? There's not really much measurements in that, really. And it makes your sleeve shorter. I save so much wool on the sleeves and that. So yeah, now I'm taking it off because, you know, menopause and all that. And yeah, overheating. I've only got to get up and walk to the door and I'm overheating. So that's coming off. There we are. That's a bit better. So that's that story. Amanda, you are definitely right. This pattern is a keeper. It has got a jumper in it as well, which I wouldn't mind having a go maybe at that one day. But these things take a long time when you're bigger. But there we go. I love it. So next one is an FO, and my darling cousin who saved my life a couple of weeks ago. I asked her if she would finish. I think I'd done about 6 of the actual squares on this Pram cover. And I gave it to her and she said I can do it in 2 weeks. And then guess what? Baby was born on 6th of December. So we've got a new baby. I'll talk about that in the bits section. And she done it in 2 days for me, bless her. Oh, I could kiss her, honestly. It was so amazing. So I'm not a huge blanket maker. I don't really enjoy making blankets. It's not my thing. But she's going to make me a couple more not these, something else I've picked that she's done. So she's going to make me 2 more in the new year for the 2 new babies that are coming. So this is it. It is finished. Can't really show it. Don't know what you see in there, but anyway, it is finished. I'm just going to put some buds or some bows in between the petals. And yeah, and then she did a crochet edge and then texted me and said, oh no, I've run out of yarn. And I was like, oh. And it wouldn't have mattered if she hadn't finished it because I could have given it as Christmas. But because she particularly, our youngest partner particularly asked for it, I wanted to be able to give it when the baby was born. So what she did, my cousin, little darling, she took back what she had done and did only lessen the rows on the edging. And I prefer this edging. I think it's prettier than the original. So quite pleased how it came out. It is blowing out the colour, but it is a baby pink. This yarn is Yarn Smiths again, the Snuggly Soft DK. And I have got the label somewhere. I pulled it up. Don't know where it's gone. Anyway, and it's lovely. And I will definitely buy it again. I really liked it. She found it a bit bitty to knit with, which I totally understand. But yeah, so happy that it's finished. Oh, the weight lifted off my shoulders with this one. Oh, I can't tell you. Sal, you're an angel, honestly. So that's that. And I've got another surprise FO. I know, get me. What's that about? And this is the Oregano little set by Caroline Richards. I'll put a picture up of the pattern. And these little buttons you can't really see in this light, but they've got little flowers in. They're so cute. So I got them pink, blue and white, and they're really pretty. Can't really see. I'm sorry about the lighting. So it's really cute. It's come out lovely. This is a top-down construction. And what she has you do, instead of split, you do split for sleeves, obviously, but you knit the sleeves then. So you knit the first one, knit the second one, and then all you're doing is going down the body. The actual button bands are in. And so literally, when you finish knitting, you finish it, apart from sewing the sleeves, which I think is a great idea. Also, tell you what else she does with her patterns, which I really, really like and think is an excellent idea, is because you're doing the ribbon as you go, you do the buttonholes and you do buttonholes on both sides. So that gives you your placement for your buttons, which is brilliant. And because you're sewing your buttons in, you'll sew that hole up anyway. And I absolutely love that little idea. I've actually pinched it for something else. So that's really good. The second time I've made this, I made this for William in a blue. And I put his name on the back of that one. But yeah, this is for our cute baby who's just been born, little Emmie-Rae. So that's come out really well. Little back's just plain. And this was knit in the James C. Brett Happiness DK. Really nice, lovely for babies. It's 100 grams, 280 meters or 306 yards, and it's called Everfresh Acrylic. Yeah, Everfresh Acrylic. It's got an odor control, which means you don't need so much washing and stuff in it, which is great in it for babies, especially newborns, because we all know what newborns are like with sickness and things. So yeah, so in my whips section, I've started a hat to match this, so I'm hoping to get that done tonight, because we're going visiting on Friday afternoon. Can't wait for the cwtch. Sorry if you're not Welsh, but cwtch means hug, cuddle, all those nice cozy things. So that's the FOs done. So that was all right. I didn't finish the Pram blanket, but still I'm counting it. And then we go on to whips. So what have I got in whips? Oh yeah, Nordic Bloom. So I've made some progress on the Nordic Bloom. So I've finished the back, finished the two fronts, had to Kitchener them together. I'm hoping, oh God, can you see that? I don't know if that's better or worse actually. Yeah, there's a bit lumps there because there was decreases. So yeah, it's not too bad. Hopefully that'll block out. And I'm thinking I might block it before I do the sleeves actually, because the sleeves are just plain, there's no colour work. Because it's desperate for a block. It's desperate for a wash and a block. It looks absolutely terrible in this light. Oh, please. Don't tell me I'm going to have to re-record this. No, please, please. But I tried it on. Guess what? Too bloody small. Yeah, too small. But I had already decided I probably won't wear this out anyway because it's cropped. I don't do cropped, obviously. If you've got a belly, most people don't do cropped. If they've got a belly, if you know what I mean. So I might just add a bit more ribbon, but I might not. I might just do the ribbon, put the sleeves on. I was tempted to do a shorter sleeve because really speaking, I could leave this as a vest and keep the wool for something else. I don't know yet. But I'm not touching it now this side of Christmas. I'm going to, got other stuff I want to get done and stuff. So yeah, so that's a Nordic Bloom out of the way. And this is a Timu yarn, alpaca, and an Aranayadin stash. So I'm so sorry about the lighting. I always moan, don't I, about the lighting. But I don't know why it's coming in frizzy. Let's try that. Anyway, so that's that. Nordic Bloom, brilliant, done. And I love Kitchener stitch. I love doing it. The only trouble I have with it though is my last stitch is usually quite baggy. So when I know that could be a tension issue, but I find it really annoying. It even happens with me with socks. I don't know what I'm doing, that the last stitch is a little bit stretched. So if anyone got any ideas, please let me know. I managed to hide it when I so the what do I do? What's everyone doing? Weaving the ends. There we are. Weaving the ends. I managed to sort of hide it with that, but I would like to sort that out. So if anyone got any ideas, please, please, please comment. Please, please, please. Yeah, so that's that. And then I did something I've never done before. So this was really good. New technique to me. So German short rows, which I love and I've done numerous times. I find them much easier. I hate wrap and turn with a passion. So these poor little things have been hanging around for ages and I hadn't done any work on them. And I always, my go-to is cuff down. This is not a pattern, it's just in my head. This is what I do. Cuff down. I like shorty socks. So I make, I make shorty socks a lot. And I usually do twisted rib, either 12 or 15 rounds of that. Don't really count the rest of it. I just go till I feel like I want to. And I usually do the traditional heel flap and gusset. So, oh, goodness me. So, yeah, heel flap and gusset. Oh, that might be better actually. Heel flap and gusset. But this time I thought, well, I mean, if it's for a man, I'd prefer to do heel flap and gusset because you get the thickness in the you know, the bit before you turn the heel, that bit, yeah. So because I think they rub through their socks quicker than us women do. So and they're probably harsher on their shoes, so it rubs against them. So for a man, I usually do that, but these are for a woman, and I thought I really want to try a German short row heel because I've never done one before, and I followed a tutorial on YouTube. I can't remember the lady's name now, the channel. I should have written it down. I'm so sorry. Really good. Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I do like, I love shaping anyway. Shaping's like one of my favourites. So it's come out pretty well. I've tried it on and it fits nicely because I was worried it wouldn't fit, hug around the heel properly or cut you on the heel, but it has. And but the only thing with it I find, and I don't know if it's because I was learning it, so it was it's not difficult to learn, obviously. It's only, you only got to really look at it when you're, where you go next from the one round, because they're so intuitive. But what I found with it seemed to take me quite a while to do. And then the other one, so I did the first one, flew through it, and the second little one, we need words with him because he caused me trouble. I don't know what I'd done. I don't know if it slipped off because I take them off and put them on DPNs. No, did I? No, I didn't actually. I put it on another, I took it off and put it on another, words are failing me today. Circular needle, the same size. And I did it on that. Because I couldn't work out a way of doing it two at a time. So I thought it's easier just to take it off and then I'll put it back on to go round and round for the foot. So yeah, this little one, I got words, but I can't say them on you. We had trouble. And yeah, this lovely boy here. I don't know what I'd done. I'd done the first lot of rounds. I was on the second lot of rounds and then I was coming to the end. So I opened them, closed them, I was coming round. And I don't know what happened, but I think my needle slipped out and unraveled some and I couldn't get it back to where I needed it to be. So I thought, I'm just going to have to unpick the whole thing, and we did it. And I did that. I was not happy, Benny. I was not happy. So now they're back on my chow goose. I've started knitting my socks on 2.25 because I'm a loose knitter. And the fabric I was getting with bigger sizes wasn't right. So these are just plain. This is Osterman. Oh God, let's look at the list. Don't go too close to the camera. Austerman. Osterman Step. There's no colourway, but I just call it autumn colourway. So I have made a bit of progress on there, which I'm quite happy about. These are going to be sisters and not twins, because I can't be asked with that. Getting all the wool, I do management and manipulation, but not with these, because they're only socks, So, but I am liking the stripes as well. I quite like this wool. It's nice. It's quite good. And I've got West Yorkshire Spinners, the new colourway, the Christmas colourway that's out, and I want to get them on the needles, but I want to get these finished first. I got plenty of needles. It's not like I'm short, but I want to get these done and finished because they're a present. So yeah, so they're done. Well, not done, you know what I mean. And this fringe driving me mad. Yeah, so that was the autumnal socks with the German shirt. Oh, and I might use that again. Actually, I think I will. I'll keep, like I said, the other way for the men, and if I'm doing women's, I'll probably do that. Because I think most women I make socks for use them as like around the house or whatever, not always in boots, except for my bestie who loves them, so I got to make her some more. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed that. So let's talk Game of Wool. I cannot believe Simon's gone. What's that about? What's it about? I mean, come on. I mean, Lydia, in fairness, Lydia, you did amazing. Honestly, that necklace combo was divine. It was so good. Honestly, it was stunning. Um, but I love Simon. I'm a bit gutted that he's gone. Again, the judges were back to their usual cool selves, you know, and I don't mean cool in a nice way. Cold selves, should we say. I know they're just becoming overcritical, I think. I did like the idea of the lampshade where they're all I think it's harder to judge when people are doing different things. So when you've got like the lampshade, they're using the same wool, they're using the same pattern. That's a really good comparison place to be because everyone is making the same thing. Now I understand. I know a lady has done one of her Facebook pages. She'd got the pattern and she'd made it herself. She wasn't timing herself, but she made it, and she said it's quite difficult because you've got lace on the pearl rows as well, or the other side rows. I can't put it, you know what I mean. So it's not the easiest of patterns, and I could see that myself anyway. But yeah, I was gutted. I thought his necklace was amazing with the chemical blocks and stuff like that. I thought it was really good, and I already followed him anyway. So but they got their favourites at the end of the day, and I think we know who they are. But that's fine. It's competition at the end of the day, isn't it? Even though it's a tense one, it doesn't need to be that tense. I really don't believe it needs to be that tense. I think Tom is struggling to get some fun elements into it. And all right, you've got time constraints, and I get that. But come on, there's not one sock or one mitten being knit. Simple, easy, quick, doesn't matter what wool you use to get those simple things done. Don't get it. Accessories are an amazing thing. I know you've got to have some garments, I get it, and household stuff, definitely. But the accessories are the quickest things to make in knitting. So why aren't they doing stuff like that? My opinion, only my opinion. And yeah, that's that. So a while ago, a couple of years back now, I'll put a picture up. I did a baby Shrek. I bought the pattern off Etsy, and I made one for one of my husband's niece, well, my niece. And I made a nappy and a little bib that she could remove and take off. And it turned out really well. So William loves Shrek, is constantly on at daughter to put Shrek on for him every day. And Lavella, my niece's little girl, she loves Grinch. So I haven't got a Grinch pattern. I'll have to buy one. But I thought I'll have a go. Now, come on, Keita, it's like 2 weeks before Christmas. What are you playing at? You don't really need to do this, but, you know, any excuse, eh? So, on to Wool Warehouse. And usually I try and make my order go over 30 quid, but I didn't need anything really. I've got plenty, let me tell you. So, good staple, isn't it? So, yeah, Stylecraft Specialty Cane Double Knit, 100% acrylic, premium acrylic. I didn't know it was a premium acrylic. Oh, okay. Approximately 200, I can't even see now. Approximately 295 meters, 322 yards. Naturally anti-pilling. So that's pretty good, isn't it? 400 grams. And the colourway is bright green. And it's coming up even brighter on screen, actually. It's not that, it is bright, but it's not as thing as that. So I got 3 balls of that. Watch this space. Should be interesting. The thing is, the what was I going to say? The pattern, the Shrek pattern, baby Shrek pattern, lovely pattern, but it's crochet. And I know with crochet, yes, it's quicker, but it hurts like hell. It does hurt, but yeah. So I might look at a knitted pattern for the Grinch, but I'm gonna have a look, see what I've got, and go from there, because I've got some bright green. Like I'm sure I got some bright green. Oh, I might have netting things. So I thought I could make a little skirt for baby Grinch for Lavella. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I think, is that about it for the... Yeah, that's about it now for the yarny bits. So if you stayed, thank you very, very much. I got quite a bit on the bits section. If you'd like to stay and listen to my rambling and my ranting, then you're more than welcome. So if not, I'll see you soon. So done game of wool, haven't I? Bit. So baby Emmie-Rae was born on I think it was the 6th. Is that Tuesday? Anyway, delivered by C-section. All good. Mum and baby doing really, really well. They come home the next day, which surprised me because these girls are having C-sections and are out the next day. What? Crazy. Anyway, so she's born. I will put a little picture up if I'm allowed. I'll have to ask for permission, because I don't believe in putting pictures up for anybody unless I get permission. She was born at 22:53, and she wasn't due. She wasn't due for. I think the date was the 24th originally. And then they were going to give her a section 39 weeks or 38 weeks, I can't remember now. But she'd naturally gone into labour. Well, her waters broke, so they took it in, and then now she was born. Cute as a button. Tiny, gorgeous. So can't wait for Friday. So yeah, so that was lovely. No, I think that was Monday night. Was it Monday? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so on Tuesday, goes to the coffee shop where we frequent quite a few times a week, and it's basically in our main shopping area in Barry. So there's a road going right through it. Now, over the years, they decided that they were going to make that road one way. It used to be both ways, but they've decided one way, which has been that many, many years now, one way. But people still speed down there, which is a bit of an issue. But I park around the corner from there because it's the nearest place to park, and I can use my blue badge. And me, my eldest son, and William went there. William loves the sausage and chips in there, so we got him some dinner, have a coffee. My niece was working, so we were like chatting away and stuff. And then he's a monkey, this kid. Honestly, he's into everything, climbs everything, runs around like a lunatic. He's a proper boy, and you know, he just doesn't stop. So as we were leaving, normally if he tries to escape, he'll run up the street, which is fine. But as we were leaving, I had my bag, luckily enough, through my arm, what's it called? Crossbody bag. My son was behind me. I grabbed hold of William's arm, and you know what's coming, don't you? I opened the door. Now, the door is very heavy. Luckily enough, he can't open it himself. So I pulled open the door, and as I did, he bolted across the road. I can't even, I can now talk about it without crying, but I can't even explain to you what I was thinking, what I was feeling. I had to ask my son the next day what actually happened, because I don't know if my brain's trying to protect me from it. He didn't get hit. What happened was a car had gone past and he'd run out just as the car was turning. So it was fine and there was nothing coming up the street. I only realised that after, because I didn't even look up the street. I just ran for him, as I could as a mobility challenged person. Before I could get hold of him, Joe, my son, had grabbed him. He was fine. The baby was fine. He hadn't hurt himself or anything, didn't fall over, nothing like that. He must have realised it was quite serious though, because Joe had picked him up. And then when I thought I'd fallen over, but I hadn't. I just had this tunnel vision and I was thinking, I got to get to him. And then I couldn't see him. And I don't know what happened. And then I thought, my head's going to hit that pole in a minute. Weird things. I remember thinking that, but that's all. Grabbed him off Joe, and then I burst into tears because of the shock. We walked to my car. Joe had gone in to bring my niece out and said, look, Mum's not good. So she brought us in. She couldn't even watch what had happened, she said, but there was a customer sat in the window and watched and said he's fine. So they took me into the cafe, sat me down. William went quiet because I think he realised there was something serious and not right. And I had a drink of water and I calmed down for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I thought, I just want to go home now. So Joe had gone into Tesco's and I sat in the car waiting for him, and I rang my husband and I said, I never, ever want to experience what I've just been through ever again in my life. It was absolutely horrendous. And he said, what happened? And I explained to him. He said, right, just get home, I'm home. I said, oh, thank God for that. So I got home. I'd cried all the way home. I just could not stop crying. I was just in a terrible state. We get it. I tried not to let William see me like that, because when he sees his grampy, he's all over his grampy anyway. So I just had to come in the living room, sit down for a bit and just chill out and let my stomach calm down, because if I'm upset about anything or whatever, go straight to my stomach. I start feeling nauseous. My stomach was turning. I was shaking. I tell you, if anyone's ever experienced something like that, my heart goes out to you, because it was horrendous. And then that night, I slept for about 2 hours. And he was with us. We kept him overnight. And he slept lovely. He slept 12 and a half hours. He's a great sleeper. But I just could not sleep. It was replaying over in my head all the time. And of course, when you're mobility challenged like I am, and you move suddenly like that, of course, your muscles are not used to that, your ligaments are not used to that. I was in agony, but mainly it was the mental torture more than the physical. I was like a mess. So there was no reins in his bag, because I know people are going to scream at me. There was no reins in his bag. He's never done that to me before. Totally 100% my fault, not his fault. He didn't know what he was doing, even though Dot's been trying to teach him road safety. He's only 2. So yeah, it was not pleasant. It took hours for my stomach to literally calm down, and I picked up my knitting, which is my go-to to make me calm. And yeah, that was oh no, don't want to go through that ever again. And do you know what he did yesterday then? Little bugger. wouldn't give me a kiss goodbye. And I don't believe in forcing children to kiss and hug relatives anyway. But just playing with him, he was in his dad's arms and he turned to give my husband a kiss and then turned to me as if to say, nah, Nan, you're not having one. And then kept doing it with my husband to wind me up. It was so funny. He was so cute. And then in the end, he did give his Nan a kiss, and everything's forgiven, isn't it? Because he's a baba. What can you do? But I swear, oh, no, I can't. It's awful. Anyway, so that's that. And what else have I got? I'm sure I'm forgetting something. So on Friday, we're going to see New Baba. Can't wait. And then on Saturday, we are going to Bridgwater because husband is going to do some, with a digger, dig some foundations from Harry, my son, and Maya house for their extension. So we're going there for the day, and Joe's come in so we can help his brother as well. So that's really good. But we're doing it all in one day. We're not staying this time, coming home same day. So I'm going to be wrecked on Sunday as usual if we do something on a Saturday. So that's that. And then what have I got then? Yeah, nothing planned. I've got nothing planned on Sunday, but I think husband's going shopping. I don't know. We'll see. So that's that. And my cousin Tracy had a bit of a medical episode the other night, so that sort of upset everything. She's absolutely fine, perfectly fine, nothing wrong, really, just she got to take it easy and relax, so that's good. But of course, all these things happen and it sets you off on this thing of, if life haven't taught me anything in that previous 24 hours, that, you know, you just got to live your life as well as you can, because she is an inspiration. She's lost 6.5 stone. She's a healthy eater. She don't smoke. She don't drink. Like me, I don't smoke, don't drink. And these things still happen. When they tell you that obesity is like the worst thing in the world, and she, you know, got healthy, and still things happen, and it's a cruel world, isn't it? It's just cruel. Sorry, I'm bringing the mood right down, and this is a podcast after all, you know. So I'm going to shut up now and tell you about, I love diamond painting. And where's it gone? Where's it? Oh, do you know what? I'm sorry. Well, I shouldn't apologise really, because you know I'm not professional. You already know this, so why am I worried? So on to Temu, of course. I want to start a new one because I haven't done one for a while because knitting has been overtaking my life as usual. And so I got this little fella. Obs, he's a gonk. What do you expect from me? Huh? I finished one as well. I should have brought that and shown you, but I'll show you next time. So I'm going to, well, you don't cast these on, do you? Coffee Addict is perfect, really. So I'm going to start him, and he's only little, and he's not very big. So I'm going to start him soon. Husband has made me a stand for my diamond keeping. Diamond painting. Keith, get a grip. And this isn't working very well, is it? Yeah, it made me a stand because I can't put my head down a lot because of my neck arthritis. So he's made me a stand. So I do it with like an A-frame type stand. And I get on really well with it. And I will take a picture or some film of me doing it so you can see my setup. This is why I can't sew. And I really want to buy a pattern to sew for somebody for Christmas. I want to sew this thing. And it's a very, very simple pattern. I probably don't need a pattern for it. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Am I putting myself under extra strain in order to sew? When I don't really need to, you know, I'm questioning that with myself, and I've got 2 weeks to go. This is precious we put on ourselves, isn't it, as makers? This is what we do. I know. Anyway, so that's all I got for you. I'm up to 40 minutes now. I think I might take some of this out because I might leave it in. I don't know. I don't really edit much of my videos. But I sort of bring the mood down. And I don't like doing that. I like positive vibes. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm sorry about this. I need to sort this out a bit more if I'm going to do next week like this, because I'll probably do a podcast next Thursday, hopefully, fingers crossed. But obviously, following week, I won't be. So, thanks for staying if you stayed this long. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.